Welcome back, everyone. Let's talk about a growing sentiment in America. This sense of skepticism toward the economic data we receive from the government and the Federal Reserve. We keep hearing that the economy is thriving, but the average American's experience suggests something quite different. So what's really happening here? Let's unpack this economic paradox and, more importantly, explore how you can navigate it. The paradox of prosperity. If we look purely at the metrics, the narrative sounds compelling. Unemployment hovers around historic lows at just 4.1%, an impressive figure. Wage growth is outpacing expectations. The Federal Reserve reassures us that inflation is no longer a primary concern. GDP growth is robust, with Q3 numbers indicating strong economic expansion. Yet, these figures don't resonate with everyone. Many Americans are seeing record-high credit card debt, rising loan delinquencies, and some of the lowest savings rates in recent history. It's as though the economic good news isn't reaching the average household. Two economies, the investor and the worker. We're witnessing a tale of two economies. On one side, investors have seen remarkable gains. The S&P 500, for instance, has surged by around 85% over the last 5 years. Meanwhile, wages, though they've risen by 18%, haven't kept pace with real inflation, which stands at 23%. And reported inflation doesn't even account for skyrocketing housing costs, car insurance, and grocery prices, which many Americans feel as the real inflation. The long game of income versus living costs. This isn't just a recent phenomenon, it's part of a larger historical trend. From 1971 to 2021, while household income grew by about 600%, the cost of essentials climbed even faster. Car prices rose 840%, homes surged 1,200%, and college tuition exploded by 2,000%. And bear in mind, household income once supported a family with one income. Now it typically requires two. Despite doubling earners per household, income growth still hasn't kept up with costs. Government spending and its ripple effects. Government spending has played a crucial role in sustaining economic growth, particularly since the pandemic. The U.S. witnessed unprecedented deficit spending in 2020, 2021, and now in 2024, continuing even after the immediate crisis subsided. Government spending boosts economic activity by funding contractors, infrastructure projects, and public services. But here's the catch. Much of this spending isn't covered by tax revenue. Instead, the Federal Reserve creates the money, indirectly fueling inflation. The debt interest dilemma and future outlook. With over $35 trillion in national debt and rising interest rates, the cost of servicing this debt is only increasing. While some hope for lower rates to ease this burden, a rate cut could also encourage more government borrowing. It's a cycle that can strain future fiscal policies and increase the burden on taxpayers indirectly. The investor's advantage in a complex economy. In a system that inherently favors investment, the path to financial resilience isn't just through earning more, it's through strategic investing. While wages struggle against inflation, assets such as stocks and real estate offer a way to potentially outrun rising costs and safeguard purchasing power. To navigate these shifts, it's vital to stay informed. Economic data alone doesn't capture the whole story. Understanding the forces at play can empower you to make smarter financial moves. Whether you're trying to get ahead or simply keep up, being an informed investor could be your best tool. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time as we continue to unravel the complexities of today's economy. Subscribe for more updates.